What's up, guys? It's me, Hans Kim, here. And we're doing a fucking podcast. I'm here with Ridge Hershberger, a man who lives life to the fullest and does comedy as well, and also does farming. So, how do you feel about the day today and the Austin comedy scene since you've been back?
I feel okay. It's there's a lot of more new people here.
Right?
And I signed up for Kill Tony and I don't know anyone. There's like yesterday we were doing it, there's like five people we were hanging out with. I was like it.
You were just hanging out with five people?
Yeah.
Nice. Why do you sound louder than me?
Do I? I don't know.
Do you? Do I sound loud to you?
Yeah, you sound loud in my headphones. Sounds the same.
You sound louder to me. Maybe I'm just insecure.
Hmm. Maybe my voice has gotten lowered since my incident.
Maybe every form of communication for me is just fucked right now.
Yeah, what happened, Hans?
I was on my fucking moped. And my phone was in my shorts, my basketball shorts. We just played basketball. And I dropped it on the fucking road in North Lamar. This is what happens when you drop your phone on North Lamar.
It looks quite crazy. Um, it must have rolled. It must have like hit the asphalt and then just went and
No,
tumbled.
I was just stopped, and the phone fell out on the road, and you saw how many cars there was. Like, it
Oh,
was
there's
pretty
a
backed
ton.
up. So I saw it. I saw it when I went to go back. I saw cars just kept running over it.
Oh my!
And I was like, well, it already got run over.
So that's it. Ran over though.
Yeah, this is what
It's
happens when you
huh.
get run over by a bunch of cars.
It's still in
Beautiful.
technically one piece, I mean, there's a lot of pieces everywhere, but
This part is missing. This part is missing.
I ca It's funny to think it fell out and then it was just yeah, kept getting ran over. Which iPhone was it?
iPhone 13 or something. I can't wait to get the new one now.
Now you have a good reason
I'm
to.
gonna upgrade. Upgrade
What's the new
life
version?
is gonna be better. It's just slightly better camera or whatever. But
It only has two cameras, right?
I don't
The
know. The
new
new
one?
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they're condensing it,
Maybe they figured out how to
making phones better.
make it
Cameras.
better.
Fewer cameras. But the good thing I'm looking forward to is the USB-C instead of the iPhone charger. Because Europe
Oh.
is like, what are you doing with your fancy ass?
Is that
It's
like
not that much better than USB-C. It is cooler because it's magnet, but it's not that much better. So I'm gonna be able to charge it with USB-C. I don't need multiple. I can just bring like 7 USB-C cables. I don't have to bring in like a special, cable for my iPhone, a cable for everything
for
else.
everything else? Yeah. What is USB-C? It's like the
It's like the Apple charger, but there's nothing on it. It's just plain metal.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't get fucked up, and you can't plug it in anymore like some cables
Mm-hmm.
did back in the past.
Mm-hmm. That's what mine does.
Seems like USB-C is fine. Do you probably have the micro USB, the one where it's narrow on top and wider on the bottom, and has like two little pins on the bottom, the wider head on
Oh,
the
I know
bottom.
what you mean.
You didn't have that one?
I don't have that for my iPhone, but I've had that to charge certain things. Isn't that ridiculous? There's so many different chargers.
Yeah.
But I like the iPhone though one because you can flip it both ways. Usually it works both ways. Some of them you can't. Maybe that's good though. Then you don't put it in upside down. I don't know. I always get lint in my iPhone charging
Lint.
port. 'Cause-
Really? Inside?
yeah, like in the hole, and then it like charges and stops charging. So then I take fingernail clippers. You know how they have the little hook? You ever see the fingernail clippers with like a it's like it grinds it down and then it has a little hook on one side. And I use that and I pick out the lint. And then I go and I
Your
blow.
iPhone's like a belly button?
Yeah. It is. It's like the belly button. It's got its own belly button. It happens a lot when I'm working. I don't know why my pants have so much lint in them. But like you get like hay seeds in there too.
Yeah, that's probably why.
and,
You're
like
out in the woods,
straw and
on the farm. So that's crazy. So you just get lots of shit in your phone and you have to undo it and
like
take
once
it
a
out. You
week.
should probably use a toothpick. You don't want to use metal.
Ooh, that's a better idea. I didn't think about
Or a
that.
little hay thing so it doesn't conduct electricity if you're out
Yeah,
in the hay world.
that's a
the
good
world of hay.
idea. I haven't tried a toothpick. We don't have toothpicks too much.
I
But
saw Nick Paglia with a nicotine toothpick.
oh, that's interesting. It's like a piece of wood that has nicotine on it.
Yeah. And it
Huh.
was just chewing on it. Like it was a tiny little dick. He's like, this is the only thing I can do to stop myself from getting addicted to nicotine.
What do you what is he trying to quit?
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes? That
Yeah.
would be the toothpick.
Yeah, he's having a baby.
Wow, I didn't know he could get pregnant.
I know. Isn't that a crazy little thing he's doing?
Yeah, that is. There isn't too many comedians with kids, right? At the open mic level
Yeah.
or whatever level it is.
Yeah. It's a bold move. Just get a dog or get a Tamagotchi.
I guess it wasn't. It's a choice.
Having a kid.
Wouldn't they? Wouldn't you think a cigarette instead of a toothpick, like a cigarette, but you put it in your mouth and on the end of it has nicotine, so it's like exactly the same. Like
Cigarette, but on the end of it, it has nicotine.
like the
Oh,
nicotine toothpick, but
just
like
get like a cigarette and dip it in nicotine and just suck on it all day.
yeah.
But then people will be like, hey, get that cigarette out of your mouth. What are you going to light it up? It's like a ticking time bomb.
But that would be good. Then they'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then you
Yeah. You can just piss off bartenders who like to tell people what to do. They're like, no, I'm just going to leave it in my mouth.
But then the bartenders would force you to quit. They'd be like,
Yeah.
"Get that shit out of here,"
And then you
And
pick
it-
up the toothpick.
and then you go outside and you're like, you just have it in your mouth with the smokers. They're like, "What are you doing? Why aren't you lighting it?" And he's like, "Well, this is just a fake one. This
Yeah.
would be the dumbest thing."
It's a fake cigarette.
Like back in the day, the old guys, they used to just like have a cigar in their mouth, right? Like all
Yeah.
the time. Like those gangsters like Al Capone. He just walk around with a cigar in his mouth. Just chew on it all day.
Yeah, it's good to have something in your mouth. You always want to be doing things. You
Yeah.
want to have like 2 fidget spinners. You want to be smoking something. You want to be like snorting coke. Okay, that's fine. You can come onto the podcast. I allow it.
That's a woman.
It's not a power thing. How can you tell?
It has a vagina.
Where?
Right? No, is it?
It is a woman.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I looked at
I
its
can't
butthole.
tell.
They're closer together.
Right below its butthole.
There's a vagina.
Oh.
The cat is stepping on the keys. Wonder what she did. Is this live?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you want to say something?
No, I was
Controversial.
just hoping that was in. See what people say.
So,
I don't
what's
like
going on
I don't
in the
like-
comedy world? There was the Joe Coy thing going on.
But
What's up, man? The Joe Coy thing is he did the Golden Globes and he didn't do that well. What else? What's the newest thing?
did you watch it?
Comedy stuff. No, I didn't. I thought it'd be too cringe. I didn't want to watch it. Cat Williams thing.
No, I've got so into Cat Williams now since he came out.
Isn't he good?
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he's one of the best.
The intro of him, I hustling. I've watched that probably 5 times. What do you think
Yeah.
about that?
I thought he has great jokes, and it's couched in terms of like, I'm a cocky little shit, and it's like, oh, he's also got great jokes.
Yeah,
So it's like crazy.
he has so
Yes.
much energy.
He has to know that that's not like a great way to be like, motherfuckers, fuck you, bitch. Like that's philosophically, that's not a very good foundation.
That's not how you just walk around talking to people.
Yeah.
Just like,
If you're able to come up with great jokes like that and you're
Yeah.
still like an asshole, that's pretty crazy.
you think he's an asshole?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I've never met that guy.
Haven't you heard his podcast?
No, I haven't. He has a podcast?
No, he was on a podcast.
Oh, you mean that
where he was
podcast?
talking
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. It was very entertaining. It's very interesting. Wonder what
It just seemed negative. I felt bad for him that he was
I guess
just
so.
living in a world where he's just thinking about all this shit all the time. This motherfucker trying to take my job.
I guess it's a little
Yeah,
bitterness, right?
I felt bad for him, but it's interesting that he lives in such negativity and makes it work by
And
hook or
still
by crook.
makes it successful, uses it.
Yeah, it's like running a race with a backpack on.
Yeah, well, it's like, why don't you just take that off? But what if he took the backpack off and was slower then? It doesn't make any
Then
sense.
then
Maybe it makes
it'd
sense.
be sad that he needs to have a backpack to be good. He needs to have negativity. Like, shouldn't you be able to do it without it?
A,
Like,
ba-
why do you need to have something negative to be good?
a backpack full of bitterness. What would it look like?
But yeah, comedy is pretty crazy, man. I think it's getting bigger and bigger. People like just people talking and just pursuing the laugh. There's a lot of truth to be had from people that are just trying to make you laugh. Because it's never just like poopy poopy, but. It's like Jon Stewart and like,
Is he coming back too?
yeah,
He's got like a show now.
and like, I don't know, who's a political
Jon
person?
Stewart.
Bill Burr's kind of getting political.
Is he? I haven't seen
Joe
it.
Rogan is political. It's like people want something deeper. They don't want just this
Or
shallow surface level stuff.
or not even political, philosophically,
Philosophical,
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 philosophy.
like a falafel.
There was another person. Oh, he used to do late. He did the.
Stephen Colbert
He's very no. This guy's very right wing. He did the jokes on
got felled.
Saturday Night Live. He was hosted it. He's friends with Norm. I forget
Right wing
it.
guy. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh well. Bad with names. I could tell you in a
Michael
second.
Rappaport
I
or
can tell you in a second. Here, I have it saved.
yeah,
Oh,
now it's getting hot in here.
now that Dennis Miller.
Oh yeah.
He's on the opposite side.
Like, have you guys seen this? Have you noticed this?
I was funny listening. Listened to his special because it's just clapping after
Laughter.
everything. Yeah. He also there are jokes too, but it doesn't seem like he does the stand up
Yeah,
too
he's not
much.
that
But
big. I don't see him on anything crazy.
yeah, I don't know how much he does it anymore. He is a very topical writer with jokes.
So
What have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a little.
what have I been up to? When did you leave?
October 27th.
When you were leaving, I was in like doing a thing with Liz Blatt and Cam Patterson.
Oh, okay. Here?
No, on the road,
Oh,
and we
okay.
heard about your leaving,
Oh, you did?
your exodus. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
I
I guess
had
that's a vote of no confidence for our scene.
what?
Guess we weren't good enough compared to cows.
It's different for people. It's different for everyone, right? I don't know. I
Yeah, I
also
mean,
ran out of money drastically
what
when I had an accident.
do you mean? You
I
dropped your phone on the road and got run over multiple times?
I
I don't think so.
I had 12 stitches in my neck and I almost died and I didn't have health insurance.
How old are you?
26.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
want to get hurt at 26.
That sounds like a song.
Do all your crimes before 18 and get all your injuries before 25.
Wow, that's a good life advice.
Yeah, you're too old to be getting hurt now, man.
Yeah, I gotta slow down.
So you got stitches in your neck? Is that what this is all
hmm
about? That was in Austin? What is that, a scooter accident?
I was trying to go over the fence at Barton Springs like 2 in the morning, hammered drunk, and I slipped and it went into my
You
neck.
skewered your neck on a fence?
Yeah.
You're like, "Ugh."
I couldn't believe I
What noise
slipped.
did you make?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I made a noise. I was so
It was
drunk.
like,
I was like,
oh, someone help.
someone. What if I would have got stuck on the fence and just hanging there?
Oh my God.
But
A
it slipped
modern
off.
lynching.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what kind of racist killed a white dude?
It's like a zombie on a fence.
It's so funny. It's like a fucking, you know, when they find deer with its antlers
That
stuck
was
in a
stuck.
tree.
Yeah.
It's like a drunk redneck trying to climb a fence.
Look at it,
Nice
kids.
bikini-clad ladies on the other side who's trying to get to you.
I'm just hanging there and the skin's falling off, like it's slowly decaying.
What the fuck is that? Are you kicking really
Oh,
hard?
sorry.
Okay,
I
I
don't
thought it
know.
was the cat that's like humping you or something.
The cat's just going crazy on my leg.
Yeah. Well, have you
It's
seen Gangs of New York where he's stuck on the fence?
no, I haven't. Is that happen?
Yeah, he got stuck on the fence. They put
Oh,
him there. They killed him basically.
huh.
But yeah, no, that's
Maybe that's a
horrible. So
good
you were
reference.
who were you with when you were doing this?
I was with Doug Allen and then two other guys.
Did they make it over the fence?
So Doug did, and then he came back, and then I was like, I want to do that. So then I tried it, and it didn't work. And then we're like, I was like, guys, I think something's wrong.
You were going to the paid part?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
We're in the
open at
free
night?
side. No,
So it's closed. And you're going over there just to jump in the water?
just yeah, because it's
It's
illegal,
hot.
and it's like, hey, that's.
You're illegally entering Barton Springs.
And then we're like, hey, let's go into Barton Springs. It'll be fun,
Yeah.
guys stuff,
At night? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, and then
It's not
we.
like they put a top over it.
Uh-uh.
You just have to climb a fence.
It wasn't like it's not like the rolled barbed wire either. It was just like twisted, like the twisted
Huh?
top, like the barbed wire.
Barbed
It wasn't
wires.
barbed wire. It was just chain link, and then at the
Chain
top,
link
you know how
fence.
they twist together, and it's
Uh-huh.
like that much.
Yeah.
That's what it got caught on.
Yeah. If it was barbed wire, your whole face would be fucked.
Yeah, but it might not have been as deadly. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
mean, it's spread out over your whole surface area, whatever.
Instead of
You
just
probably
like,
wouldn't have tried to climb if there's barbed wire on top.
yeah, let's get let's start signing signatures. Get barbed wire on the top of that.
Yeah, make it harder for me to. Don't pull out your
I
phone.
want to show you the picture of
You're
it.
acting like I have a phone. I don't have a phone.
Oh, I'm just making you jealous. Let's here. I like to get people's reaction. Where is it? There it is.
This looks like a scene from like Stranger Things or like True Detective or like it looks very, very sad. Yeah.
It was
You have a happy trail going all the way to your dick.
yeah, of blood. Should I
You
show
have
it
your
to them?
man period.
See this? That looks so scary on the camera. That is the joke.
So what's what?
It's funny that you said it.
You
I
have a
said
stone ass injury.
the period joke. I said I knew it was bad because blood starts dripping onto my boots. And it was way too early for my period.
You set it up, maybe.
Yeah. Well, you get in the flow and it works a little better.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I like telling stories.
Okay.
Do you ever tell a story? I
Do I
mean,
ever tell a story?
every joke is a story
Every story is a joke if you
if you word it right.
think about it hard enough.
Every story's a joke.
Yeah,
Life's
I
a
mean,
joke.
isn't a story just life?
That's true.
Is it my phone?
No way.
It's my phone.
Your phone's turning on?
Yeah.
No way. If it works.
Hello?
What the heck? Someone tried to call you?
It's ringing.
Did you wait, what? Did you call yourself?
I didn't call myself.
But it didn't answer? That was your iPad. I think you're tricking me. That was a bit, wasn't it?
My phone.
Yeah, your phone was a bit.
Damn it. It's just teasing me.
What
But
if
yeah, I mean, that's funny that you snuck into Barton Springs.
Yeah. And then we called the ambulance. And they're like, "Yeah, well, where are you?" "All right, we'll be 15 minutes." And then we're
So
like,
you stayed there at the scene of the crime?
"No." Then we're like, then we just left and drove there. And we tied my
Drove.
shirt around my
So
neck.
the ambulance didn't come? You just drove?
They said it was more expensive if the ambulance comes.
Yes, it is. And it's slower too. So
Yeah, exactly. Because we just drive one way. But they're like, when we get there, we can work on you in the ambulance.
yeah, you don't deserve the
the
hospital.
hospital. But whenever you're that like you're bleeding that bad, that you just skip the line. That was cool. Cause I've been to the hospital
You're
before.
profusely bleeding.
Yeah, and they just sat me down in the chair, and I said, "I wonder if I'll ever stand up again."
I don't think it was that bad. How deep did it go in?
I don't know. I don't know how like 3 inches probably, or like or
3 inches? So that much into your
that. No,
neck?
not that much. No, then probably an inch and a half.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know. But they said it was centimeters away from dying. Yeah,
You?
yeah, because it
How
was
do you dive?
close to the jugular.
Oh, then you can't get blood to your head and just starts pouring out and you
Yeah,
bleed to death.
really fast. Yeah, now this is getting the hibby jibbies. Um,
Oh, that's too bad that happened. But it was a completely optional injury.
correct. I didn't choose to do it. I mean, I chose to do it.
Well, the thing is that everything is close to death. You
Yeah,
know,
that's what I said.
everything is an inch away from something. It's
That's
not
what.
like your body has extra shit. It's just for catching fence posts.
Like we're probably an inch away from dying right now. We have no idea how.
Yeah, I mean, have you been on the road? You're like a foot away from dying all the
Oh, a
time.
foot. Yeah, like every 6 inches. I mean, every like 6 seconds. Every time you pass a car.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't.
cars are super
I
dangerous.
think so too. Very. They're like the biggest cause of death. Probably one of them.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
that and bird scooters
Bird scooters. Yeah.
because of the cars.
Some and like dogs hate cars. Like before there was dogs. Before there was cars, dogs could just run around.
Yeah, dogs get killed by cars all the time. It's true. Dogs have a natural hatred for cars,
Like
so they're chasing them.
they're. And that's probably why. I didn't think
Yeah,
about it that way.
they're they're in favor of bike-friendly infrastructure.
Hmm.
They hate that car-centric lifestyle that we live.
Yeah, that's why they're biting their tires all the time.
Yeah, they're warriors in the cause for bicycle safety.
And then I guess crickets probably hate combines because they kill all them.
Yeah, well, we hate crickets because they turn into locusts.
Oh, they do.
Well, you're just learning this?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do.
Because locusts are bad. Crickets aren't, I didn't think.
Yeah, crickets are harmless, but then when you get them all grouped up together, they just like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here!"
So wait, a cricket by itself is a locust is a group of crickets.
Yeah,
Oh, and just one cricket. Okay.
yeah, they start changing. They change who they are. They turn darker and
Is that an analogy of humans?
no, what? No, they actually turn darker. I'm not saying that black people
Oh,
steal
no.
and turn
I meant
vicious.
I meant it like metaphysically, like darker, like meaner and
Oh,
bad
yeah,
bad
sure,
outlooks.
sure.
That's what I
Believe
meant.
you. But no, I think humans turn darker for different reasons. I mean, we were all African at one point, so all our origins are of darker skin tone. There's nothing wrong with a dark skin tone.
I see.
It's just like they're usually near the tropics, which makes it hard to have like cities. You have to be miserable to have cities. You're like, this sucks. Let's get inside. And then you start being like, hey, let's start doing math and invent a gunpowder. But if you're near the tropics, you're like, why would I go inside? The outside is perfectly fine.
Is that why they don't have basements here? Because it's like nicer out all the time.
I think it's like something about the water table. There's a lot of water here.
So if you have a basement, it'll get filled with water in
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah. And if it doesn't get filled with water, you have a floating house because the water can't get in. So you're just boom, and then it
Oh,
starts moving around and shit.
huh. Interesting.
So if you make it air watertight, then it's not good either. Then your house can fall over or whatever.
That makes sense.
So you just build it on. I don't know what they do. Maybe they have posts that go deep. I don't know how to build shit.
Me neither. I just know how to rig stuff up.
Rig it up,
Rig it up, make it work.
all down on top of it on your neck.
I have been going without phones some days. Maybe you should try that.
Shut the fuck up. No, I would. I should, but I probably won't.
I do it once a week on Mondays.
I just don't want to do that, especially if it's an accident that I caused. I want to do it because I choose to do it, not because God made me.
Oh, like I see. Choose to not have a phone rather than get forced. not to. Yeah, I think it's good though. Are
To
you all
not have
right?
a phone.
Yeah, it made me just like talk to people and not think about the
I
phone.
do talk to people.
Yeah, maybe it's a me problem. Maybe that's what
Well, I
it
think it's
is.
good to, be in the moment and shit.
Yeah, be in the moment. But then the moment is sometimes like not that great.
Yeah, sometimes moments suck, and that's what the phone is for. If the moment was great, we wouldn't have invented phones.
True. There was an bird scooters. That was one of testing, testing. And we're back. And we didn't have audio the whole time.
I
Did we?
don't know. They just started saying it recently.
That's funny.
But,
So it's like the this would be so boring without audio.
we're barely making it work with
I
audio.
know. Imagine just watching it. I wonder what those guys are talking about.
Or
Bas-
saying something that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't working alone. Why do
yeah.
you think that
Who
all
would
these powerful people wanted to fuck children so bad?
Oh, I haven't thought about that. Why would they want to? Maybe because it's
Yeah.
illegal and they like to do, maybe it's like a rush. Like, like how if you like there's a swimming pool that you want to jump into and it's illegal. So then you're like,
But why? What? It's like so like unappealing. Like it makes you look so bad. Like why risk it? Like just fucking 18-year-old. Like how young do they have to be?
it's
But
obviously, so then it's just about the illegal thing. It's
yeah, they were like, "Fuck you guys."
like I want to just do this. I want to do stuff that nobody else can do.
Yeah.
That's a bad way. It's a bad thing.
I think it's crazy that they just don't give a fuck and that they don't
It's like
really care
as human
for these
beings.
people.
Yeah. They don't see them as people then.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What do you think?
I think that they are morally bankrupt and they're just in charge of like all this shit that's hurting a lot of people, but they don't care. So they just get used to not caring. And then when it comes time to fuck, they're like, well, let me use my skill of hurting people to get off.
So they're like trained at it
Yeah.
and then they're used to it.
Yeah.
So then it probably happens slowly too. It's not like all at once. So then they probably don't notice it as much, right?
Yeah. They're like, for some reason, I really like hurting people. Like maybe voting for this spending bill was a bad idea. And then they just keep voting for shit. And then they're like, all these activists are like, what you did is hurting the environment and also this Guatemalan child. And they're like, well, I can't give a fuck about that. So I guess I'm a bad person. So maybe if they just did the evil thing, but nobody told them that what they were doing was evil, then it wouldn't be such a big deal. But since like all these activists are out there like trying to tell them that makes them evil, and then that makes them want to fuck children because they're like, okay, all these people, all these activists are telling me I'm evil. I guess I'm evil.
Act on it.
Let me double down on it. So just let them be evil, but don't act like they're good people. But no, they probably know that they're evil. They know that they're hurting people just to like get cheaper bananas.
Yeah, probably, right? I mean, but then there's the options. There's for that, but no, like fucking kids is bad. That's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah.
But like, there's other things like the political stuff. It hurts one group, it helps another group, and it's like, what are you supposed to do? You try to make the best decision you
I
can,
think
right?
like
But there's too
you
many.
gotta let people grow before you stick your dick in shit. That's just mean. When someone's just trying to figure life out and you're like, and take this. They're like, ah, fuck. Now what? And they're trying, it's hard enough to figure out life without a dick in you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I
You're
would
trying to
say
do your taxes and get a job while
you
you're
don't know
like
what you want to do when you
Bill
grow up,
Clinton's dick in you.
and then they're like, "Here, come meet the president of the United States."
Yeah, especially if they're powerful, then you're like, what is going on?
Is this what you have to do to be powerful then? Or like, is this a
Is
good
this what they
opportunity?
want me to do? If this is what money, if all the people that have money are doing this and money is the decider of everything, that means that what society wants you to do is fuck Bill Clinton. And then you're like, oh, is that what my purpose? That's what life is all about? That's what the society, the community wants from me? And it's,
Do you think money is the like the all evil? Like it comes from money?
I think the blind pursuit of it is, I
Like,
don't think money is evil in itself. I think if you prioritize it, but I think money is just a tool that people use to gain power. And I think that's more evil, that people use money to hurt others and make their lives slightly better at the expense of like a lot of people. So it's like it's not even an efficient way to use it.
yeah, they just yeah, that makes sense. Because yeah, it's weird. Is it like absolute power corrupts? Absolutely. So then money
It's just
corrupts.
like we're coming from this old game that we used to play where the Medicis and the Florentines and whatever and the Pope and they're like, ah, try to get Austria to do what we want and we're gonna try to take over France and all that. And we still have that mindset, but we're now having, stocks and, third world countries and
Oh,
whatever.
it's different. It's a different type though.
Yeah.
It's not so much physical.
Yeah. It's just we just gotta get over this hump where we're like, okay, we gotta stop doing this stupid thing. And we gotta do more harmonious peace and Star Trek.
So would it be better though, because we aren't killing as many people, I guess,
Right now?
in wars, like
Yeah.
aggregately. Like if you were to take the percentage of people that were fighting in wars and dying, and
Yeah.
the population in like before the
But
1800s.
what about like wage slavery and people working for very little money and how much we have to work and suffer? There's probably more suffering now because we prolong their lives and gain us squeeze people's lives as much as possible. So we don't kill them right away or rape them. But
We use them.
yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
which is
'Cause-
better. I'd rather have to work a job for 40 hours a week for 70 years than get raped
and die in
and
battle at like
murdered.
25
Yeah, but it is
with a
not
sword, a
ideal.
brutal
Like
sword.
the amount of murder and brutality is down, but the amount of
Sadness.
unfairness and people getting fucked over is up. Like how
Just
much we deserve.
just like in a grand scale, like where it's very systematic
Yeah.
rather than random. Like
Yeah.
the
It's like
military would be more random, right?
they
Like
found the exact level of suffering that they can get away with.
yeah, yeah, I agree with that. And it's like $15 an hour. That's
Yeah.
like what it is.
We found the exact number of money that people need.
Cause like they're like cause you do your job. And why do you do your job? Because you need money to live, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, we can make this job this specific hard, this amount of hard, right?
Yeah.
But if it's harder, that people would quit. But
Yeah.
if it was easier, then they'd so
They
the
don't have a revolution.
yeah. So then
Just tip right up to the
just
line.
right up to the line. It's always at the line, right? So like
Yeah.
I'm always willing to do this much for this amount of pay. But then we're able to do we don't care as much with stand up, right? We just do it like the fun of it is
Right. I mean, so they don't have a revolution.
is that us?
Yeah.
We sound so professional.
Well, yeah, what else is there going on? Do you think like um things are weird?
Things are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are weird. They've always
Yeah.
been weird though, too, right?
Yeah.
Like what part of weird? Like here like what's like in the world?
Are you hungry?
Not too bad.
I'm starving.
Did you eat today? Like how we went from that to are you hungry?
My fucking phone. You think I can go to the iPhone store today and just buy an iPhone?
I don't know. They make it so difficult. It's
To
ridiculous.
buy an
Because
iPhone?
you think you could do that. You're like, hey, I have this money.
Yeah,
I
they have
want an
to do
iPhone.
17 different options. Do you want 764 gigs or do you want a stylus?
They have to like bring the child out that made it. And they're like, all right, kiss this kid on the lips.
Do you pledge $15 to help Guadabupu get
How
a
much are
bracelet?
iPhones nowadays?
Like 1,000?
1,000?
Yeah.
That is crazy too, right?
And I fucking got my van fixed, and then right after I got it fixed, the fucking power steering blew, and now I have to spend $2,000 more. These motherfuckers got
Mm.
my car for an emission check, and they're like, "Here, spend $2,000 more." I was like, "Okay, I'll make my van better," and then
What'd
I
they do
made
to
them
it?
spend 2,000 more. I don't know, some random shit, some fan or radiator or whatever.
Huh. And then they also fucked with your
But
no.
it broke again. I couldn't steer the fucking thing, so now they're making me spend 2,000 for a free emission check. I should have just not done it. I get like $1,000 back, but then I have to spend more
1,000 bucks for what?
for the emission. They're like, we fucked
Oh,
up the emission. Come in
oh,
to get it
it was a
fixed.
recall.
Yeah.
I
And
would.
here's the other thing that we can fix. I was like, okay. And then it broke again.
I wonder. I don't know if doing recalls is good. I guess it's if it's under warranty, right? But
Yeah.
it seems my buddy always has his car getting recalled, and it seems annoying more than
It's
anything.
annoying. I haven't had my van for 2, 3 months now.
Wow, that's a long
And I
time.
spent $6,000, $4,000 on it. It's fucking animals. I
That's
should have just
crazy.
kept it. I should be like, fuck you. I'm emitting. I don't care about my emissions. I'm emissioning all over the fucking place. But diesel engines are
Oh,
horrible.
it's a diesel?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're expensive too to repair.
Yeah.
Wonder what diesel it is. Is it a what is it? Is it a Mercedes?
Yeah.
Okay. Those things are hard to work on too.
Yeah. They don't design them well.
Yeah.
They just fucking put it anywhere. They don't think about the repair at all.
No. What year is it?
2014.
Okay. That van's worth a good bit though.
I
It's worth
hope
it.
so.
I think it
Yeah. I
would be.
spent a lot on it.
Yeah. But you haven't slept in it, but you still drove it around
Yeah.
because you're just like
Drove it around.
you just like it.
Do I like it?
Yeah.
I
Like
like
what's
it.
the
Yeah.
reason for that rather than
I don't
getting a
want to buy
car?
another thing. I have this. I might as well drive it around. People drive trucks here. I have like a van. It's
Hmm.
like a sort of a truck.
And it's not bad for this city. It would be
Yeah.
horrible for New York City.
Yeah. Yeah. There's lots of wide open spots.
Yeah. There's
Parking is
you
easier
don't have
here.
to like pull into a parking garage.
Yeah.
And then if you break down, you can just pull up in the back of it. Have you ever
Yeah. You
went
can
camping?
sleep. Yeah.
What in since you moved into the apartment?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. I went to the Renaissance Festival.
A Renaissance festival?
Yeah.
Huh. That sounds neat.
Yeah. I slept in the van. It was nice.
Okay.
I was warm. Everyone else was cold.
They had like tents and stuff?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You got to get off the ground. You can't sleep on the ground or
Hmm.
else you're going to get cold.
Yeah, it gets cold eventually.
Yeah.
Or hot during the day. But I guess
I guess so.
if it's covered up, probably not.
Depends on how hot it is and how hot the ground is.
Yeah. Look at all these and you were like, look at all these peasants.
Yeah, sleeping in a tent. I'm sleeping in a car. That's the good thing about a van is that you're slightly better than a tent. So if you just hang out with tent people, you get a
You feel
false sense
good.
of confidence.
It's like doing comedy. If you hang out with people that are worse than you, you're like, wow, I'm really good. And then you go,
Yeah.
you're like, ah, shit. Somebody's got an RV, $300,000 RV.
Yeah, those things are expensive.
Yeah. Then the amount of upkeep too. Just toys. Do you like toys? I mean,
Yeah,
you
I have a
have like
gun.
drones and stuff.
I have a drone. I have a sword.
A sword?
Yeah.
What is it, like a special sword or just?
Someone made it for me. Geordian Forage on Instagram. Geordian
Oh,
Forage.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's sharp as fuck. It's scary. Chop bamboo.
Sleep hides under your bed.
It's by my bed. They say that a sword or a spear is better in a self-defense situation if you don't have training because guns are hard to use. It doesn't make sense if someone's running at you to just stand there and aim and go like this. But if you have a sword, it's like, ah!
And then you match the energy.
Yeah, it's easier for a novice to do.
But if they have a gun, then it's probably not better.
Unless they're bad with the gun.
They're in the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just wait for them to run out of bullets and charge at them.
Just pull a matrix and cut the bullets
But it's so hard to miss if someone's charging at you.
with a gun or a sword.
Yeah, with a gun. You're an idiot if you can't shoot a guy running at you.
But then maybe he'll run through it. Like maybe he has so much adrenaline.
Yeah,
If you don't hit him in the right spot, he might just.
no,
I don't know. It depends.
I guess so. I guess you can run without a spleen or a
Probably
gut.
not a spleen. If you hit him in the shoulder though, that might not. He might still.
If you hit him on the shoulder, you can't swing as hard.
So what you should have is a gun and then a sword too.
You should have a bayoneted rifle.
A bayonet. Yeah, that would definitely like an AR with a bayonet on it.
Yeah, I have an AR.
An AR with a bayonet.
Do you
That's
have an
hilarious.
AR?
No. I have families that does. But yeah, I think ARs are really good.
For what?
I don't kick as like
Yeah,
they don't kick that much.
yeah, because it's such a big thing. Takes most of the energy. It's
Yeah,
like shooting a fucking toy.
it takes all the recoil out. We have an AK-47 and that thing kicks like a son of a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't take any of the
Does it
recoil
have a
out.
shoulder thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The bullets are bigger, I think, than ARs. Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. It's not as accurate for sure,
yeah.
but it is fun.
That's crazy. An AK, that's the tool of a revolution.
The AK-47, yeah.
Yeah. The Soviets got something right. Was that before the Soviet Union? Was that before World War One? No, it can't be.
Like
Is that crazy that a gun that old is still like the gold standard?
it's like yeah. Like you could just put it in water. It's just like you can shit all over it. Oh no, the Russians would pee down the barrel to keep it from rusting. That's what they would do.
Huh.
I guess the salt keeps it from rusting. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's crazy, but I mean, they're so sturdy anyways.
They're
They
solid.
last so long.
It's funny that they just made that. Yeah, you're right. They just made that gun, and they're like, "All right, well, this is really cheap to make, and it's like the best. Or we can spend like 100 or like more money and have a better one." But
It's only gonna be slightly better.
yeah, it's not good, not that much better.
Kills people. What more do you want? You want it to make a nice little noise for you?
Dude, World War I had to be terrible. These guys like riding horses with their white clothes with swords and stuff. They're like,
Yeah,
and they just shoot them down.
yeah,
It's crazy how much modern warfare has changed.
yeah.
Just like since the 1900s.
Well, I was thinking with drones,
Oh, yeah.
the thing with drones is that what if you could catch a nuke coming down and just explode it up over everything?
Isn't that
So you
what
just have like a net of drones.
isn't that what Israel does? Don't they have the
Iron Dome.
Iron Dome? Where
Can we nuke Israel?
I don't think so.
It's impossible.
I think it
It's
was,
for like rockets.
I think
The
that,
Iron Dome can't stop a nuke.
but it would explode it above them, and then it would just destroy the atmosphere.
Would it?
I don't know. This is all hearsay.
The only way to find out is to shoot a nuke at Israel. And sometimes rockets go through, so it's not 100%. So if you just shoot enough,
Just have to shoot enough nukes too.
one of them is going to go through.
I don't. This probably isn't funny right now, huh? I was doing a Jewish joke and it stopped working. And then one of the bartenders is like, "Hey, do you know what's going on in Israel right now?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Yeah, look at this." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I'll stop doing that."
Yeah, you should stop doing that.
So I've been censored. Um, Do you ever fantasize about like being a person in the military and like the? I don't think people understand.
Sniping.
I don't sniping. No, I
Yeah.
never. Sniping. That was what you think about.
Yeah, seems nice and relaxing.
It would be very intense, nice and relaxing. Yeah, you're just away from it. I don't think people can really picture what drones are like. Like we hear about drone strikes,
Yeah.
but we really don't. It's like magic.
Drone strikes.
Like
I
we,
can show you a drone.
uh,
It's not that magical.
yeah. I guess
It's just weird because we have something that can occupy any spot in the world. Like it can be anywhere you want. We're used to the ground. That's the cat food.
it's
Uh,
time to feed the cat.
yeah.
Yeah, we're used to the ground. It's just up there. It's kind of
Yeah.
invisible, right? Like you don't see it
Hard to
coming.
see. Yeah. It's
That's
loud though. You can hear it.
I'm glad we have the drones and not other people. That'd be scary.
But China is making all the best drones now.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, that's where
Oh
my drone is
no.
from. DJI.
We need to start making drones. Why do
We do.
we give them corn? We were like, here, we have corn. We'll give you corn, and then they give us technology.
But they call everything a drone. They call like boats that you control drones. They call like those
Anything remote
airplane.
controlled.
Yeah.
We
What
call drones.
what people mean is quadcopters because those are nimble. They can stop on a dime. They can go left, right, anywhere. They can hover.
The quad. They have four.
Yeah.
Like
They have these new drones called like something munitions where they're drones and they just hover above and then they're constantly scanning and then they see something and then they attack. So you just send them up there and they're just waiting for
that
some
sounds
shit.
horrible. That sounds like the
Yeah.
cops in the sky. Like
It's like a mine
RoboCop
and you
type
can't
shit.
run away from it in Ukraine apparently.
In the Ukraine.
Yeah, because it's all flat. There's not like a lot of shit there.
That's when you need to be like you have caves. We'll go back into the caves. We'll become cavemen again. We'll just be in cavemen hiding from drones.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this? Why would we
drones?
do that? That sounds terrible.
Because they're trying to fuck each other up.
We try to control everything. Control, control, control. How can I control these people? How can I make them make iPhones? Stop it. Make
That's
the
what it's
iPhone.
about.
Make the iPhone. I don't want to. There's a drone. It's going to shoot you if you don't make the iPhone. But I can't go any faster.
Need
Make
an
the...
iPhone.
So we're making these iPhones for machines, and then we just start working for the machines. I don't know. Sometimes I just want to throw it all away. Just
iPhones?
live like the Amish. I think they
That's
might
what
be
you
doing it
do.
right.
That's what you're doing, dude.
Kind of, but I still have technology. We still use machines.
So
Nothing
you
is.
just are like, I want to work really hard for no reason.
It feels good.
Why don't you just go dig a ditch then and cover it up and dig it again?
Like in prison, they're like, "Hey, go move those rocks to the other side of the stream," and then they get done, and they're like, "All right, move them back."
It's so funny because like if you just think a little harder, you could probably think of something useful they could do, but you just refuse. That's how little you care about them.
I don't want to think. Oh, the people in prison?
Yeah, or just anyone doing menial labor. It's like we don't care about you, so you're just gonna do Uber Eats.
Yeah.
I know you're a human being that can do crazy things, but the best thing for me is you get my fucking food, bitch.
But sometimes those people are the people that are pursuing other things that are meaningful to them.
Yeah, but it's not like we're helping them pursue the other things. We pay them dirt wages.
Yeah. But then if everyone could pursue what they wanted, then it would make it better or worse.
Better.
Better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's
probably.
doing something. Nobody's doing school shootings. If everyone's happy, then there's less crime and less horrible things going on.
But you need purpose too. You have to find
Yeah, your purpose is doing what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, you have purpose.
But then my sister's like, you can't always do what you want to do. Sometimes you have to do things that you have to do.
Yeah, there's enough of that in life without us having to force it on people with, fake scarcity.
Do you think back in the day, like the 1800s or like before there was all these machines, people worked, but they worked less? Do you think we work more now than ever?
I think we work more, but yeah, I think hunter-gatherers only work 20 hours a week, but it's more stable. Like we don't have to deal with crazy things happening.
Like there's no lions gonna come and eat us.
Yeah, but we have technology. We shouldn't have to work this hard,
Yeah.
but we do because people have power and they keep it, and then they make everyone else work.
They And they found out the perfect amount, 40 hours. How
Yeah.
much? 40 hours. Put your 40
Imagine
hours
how
in.
much we deserve. Like if economics was like a game and it's like, oh, you made a McDonald's hamburger that brought in this amount of profit, you get this amount. This is the exact amount that you deserve. And the CEO gets a lot less than they do now. Then it's like we would have so much more money and so much more free time and resources, and everyone would be doing cool shit. Everyone would, be exploring themselves and using the tools of our society, like a backhoe and like a fucking drone.
Do cool stuff instead of just.
Yeah. But all that money is going up to the top, and
They're not always the most creative.
there's just not enough of them. And they're just like fucking using that money to keep their power instead of doing cool things with it.
Yeah. What do you think, Elon? Do you think he's doing cool stuff with it?
Um, I think the tunnel thing was stupid.
Making a tunnel for
Yeah,
cars?
yeah. I
Yeah.
think I think SpaceX is cool.
Yeah. Um, I read I've been reading Tolkien a lot, Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
but like his philosophies and stuff. Like he has other writings that he did, and he was like, we're gonna go to another planet, and then we're just gonna do the same thing we do here in that planet. We're just gonna destroy it. It's like we're
Yeah.
just gonna make big ugly buildings and ruin it.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
We can make little Switzerlands. We can make walkable communities.
yeah,
Shit.
that would be a better probably.
Yeah. Subways.
I like Subway.
Sandwiches. It's so like average. It's like, it's not gonna be great, but it's not gonna be horrible either.
It's just the same.
Yeah.
It's gotten more expensive though. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Um, what are people saying?
They're saying Epstein vibes.
They're saying we have bad posture. Do they want to know about the Amish?
What do you know about what's the coolest thing that people would be interested in about the Amish?
What would be the coolest thing? I don't know. They're very happy people. They have
Nice.
they like they're happy.
Do they have good faces?
Not really, because a lot of inbreeding, so their faces aren't that good.
I heard from this documentary called Open Wide on Netflix about this guy, Mew, who says that like if you mouth breathe, your face turns fucking horrible.
Interesting.
Your
Now,
face becomes elongated.
huh? That's not good.
No.
So, so ugly people mouth breathe.
Yeah. And we're not chewing enough, so we have underdeveloped jaws.
We need to take our time eating, or like
Yeah,
stop
chew
cooking
more.
food.
Yeah, stop cooking food. Or you could cook your food and just chew more
Chew more.
gum. But yeah, it's just like the modern world is kind of fucking us up. And I think like Amish people would be better because they're living a more natural life like our bodies were meant to.
Mm-hmm.
But then they don't get the benefits of that.
But some of them do. Some of them get the benefits of technology and modern medicine
That's the
without
best.
applying to
That's
it.
what we should all be doing.
Yeah, because I go back and forth because I'm like, technology is good because it saves people's lives, right? Like this. I don't know what would have happened if we didn't have modern. It would have taken me a lot longer to recover, right? Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would have recovered, maybe, just naturally. It would have been ugly, but then all the bad stuff that comes with it. So then you have to have both, the good and the bad.
Yeah, I think it's better to be out in the wilderness, like knowing about how thunderstorms work isn't that great. We don't need to have that, but there are some benefits to being smart and in a modern society that we don't even realize just because how stupid and horrible it is to be stupid. Where it's like, oh, what's happening? Like at least you know, and like you don't blame things on God, and you're not trying to deal with tornadoes
Yeah, that's true.
with
Before technology, they're like, God
yeah.
caused this.
Yeah, and then you have to like think of this dude who gave you your child and a great harvest this year, but also killed your mom, and you know your dog has fucking syphilis. So it's like, why do you have to blame this random person for that? It just makes your brain all fried, and you have to use your interpersonal skills to be okay with this God thing. And it's like, no, that should be used for getting along with people, not for being okay with natural occurrences and volcanic eruptions.
Things that happen.
You're hijacking your brain's ability to relate to others just so you can learn about, or you can be okay with a volcano erupting.
Because it's
stupid.
so you're like not accepting the truth. It's kind of like
Yeah.
this didn't happen because the earth shifted. It happened because God. So it's like a different.
Yeah. You're like trying to make everything a person and a personality thing and like a relationship thing. It's like, no, sometimes it's just random shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a
Dude,
relationship with a
trying to
volcano.
put it like in a box or like explain things.
Yeah, and then you can go on with your life instead of like sacrificing shit and like worried about the volcano. You can be like, oh, that's just what happens when the magma mixes with this magnesium or whatever.
I guess predicting hurricanes would be good too, right?
Yeah, the amount of shit that we can figure out now.
Do you think like the Native Americans could feel that? They could just feel it in themselves.
Yeah, I'm sure there's ways that they could figure it out.
They're like, wait, all the deer are running away from the coast.
But we have a better way of doing that. We have way better because like deer die all the time and
Oh,
shit
in
that
hurricanes.
we can predict. Yeah.
But like the birds are flying away. Why are the seagulls? The seagulls are here every day.
Birds die on the highway.
They're
I
not
don't give a
here.
fuck about
But that's
birds.
mechanical. They don't know how cars work.
Yeah, we do.
Like they probably know
We're
how
better.
they probably have a feeling that hurricane is coming.
I got a hurricane feeling. It's like, what would you rather rely on? A fucking
bird or technology?
or a fucking Doppler radar?
I don't think we can. But like, how do birds know when to migrate and stuff? We can't. We don't.
Because they're like, oh, it's getting cold. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I thought they had something special like radar, but
They're
better.
like, I feel like this is gonna suck sick.
But they're just feeling the temperature. They're like, wait, it's a little bit colder today.
Yeah.
And it's colder another
The
day.
birds that were like, hey, it's getting cold a little bit. I'm gonna make a 500-mile trip, survived. And the birds that were like, fuck it.
They
I
died.
don't care about the cold. And then it's too late. And then there's a snowstorm and you can't fly in it. So you gotta fly as soon as it starts turning cold.
Yeah, they don't have defrost on their eyes.
Yeah.
They
But they're not breathing into their eyelids.
yeah, they're breathing out of their beaks. What do they breathe? Do they breathe?
I don't
They
know.
like fish. They just kind of fly and
Because the
breathe.
beak is their mouth.
Yeah.
They have, I
Oh,
think
they
they
have
have
noses.
holes.
Yeah, little holes that they breathe out of. Probably. I'm not a bird guy.
You're not an ornithologist?
Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
Ornithologist?
Ornithologist?
Ornithologist? No,
Ornithologist.
just a farmer. Just a simple farmer.
You don't do bird farming?
No, not
I
that.
heard
We
that's
do. Oh, this might. We maybe we catch
ornithologist.
pigeons and then we sell them for like $5.
So
Get
you're
7
engaging
weeks.
in pigeon slavery?
Yeah, I guess people. I don't know what they do with them. Either eat them, or they release them and shoot them, or they train bird dogs with them. I don't know what they do with them.
Not good.
But isn't it crazy that's still going on? They just catch
Bird
wild
slavery?
birds and then sell
Yeah.
them. Yeah, it's a pretty good gig.
That's the only way to do it. You can't breed pigeons.
You could, but like it's not worth it.
Yeah, just let them do it themselves.
Yeah, just let them eat shit, and then they would literally eat the shit. They eat the corn out of the shit, and then that's how they grow. Actually,
Yeah,
they eat the cow
pigeons are
feed.
the worst.
Yeah, they're like the rats of the sky, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what Anchorman said? No, that's
they're
bats.
just so dumb.
Pigeons?
Yeah,
Yeah. What did it? Mike Tyson likes pigeons. He's
Yeah.
He's probably like the biggest proponent of
anything
pigeons.
that moves like this, it's like you're dumb as fuck. You can't think when you're moving your head around like that.
Their brain is just going.
What's that? What's that? Like, you gotta focus. Be like, what is life about? If your head's always jerking around,
Why is it a pigeon is known to be dumb, right?
yeah,
And like an owl is known to be smart. But they're both birds.
Because owls move their head slowly.
Oh, and they can move it the whole way
And they
around.
think, yeah.
Wouldn't that be creepy if I guess people could there's probably people on Earth that can do that.
Move their head all the way around.
Not all the way around, but like
Maybe you
to a
should have done
point.
that so that you could be like, hey guys,
Look.
my neck's stuck, but I can still move my shit. Oh
But
my
you so you would say your other thing that you like to do besides stand up is drones. You're interested in those.
God. Yeah.
So like
And
that's your other passion.
it's not as all encompassing as stand up.
But you find it interesting.
Yeah, it's a good thing to take my mind off of stand up so I can go back into it.
It's like your fun, like that's what you do for fun, kind of.
Yeah.
And it's you can do it by yourself too.
Yeah.
And you're
It's
like,
good.
and
And
then
then fly.
yeah, we flew it. That was fun.
Oh
It
yeah.
was so weird. It was like, how is this legal?
I know. It's probably not.
Oh, it's like,
FAA will probably get mad at me if they found out what I did.
but they also, if you get too close to an airport, they know it. Like,
You can't fly near airports. They
can't.
have like geolocked zones.
right? Like,
But
how do
it's
they?
not like China. China, you can't fly it anywhere in Shanghai. In America, I could fly it in New York.
Have you been to China?
No.
Have you been to Europe?
Yes.
Do they work? Bring it back. Do they work 40 hours a week? You know?
Europe? I don't think not as much, especially not France.
Those French are lazy. Because because Europe is usually ahead of us.
Yeah, in terms of like social progress.
Social progress, right?
Yeah, they don't work as much. They have more rights. They have healthcare.
And they ended slavery earlier too.
Yeah, but they did a lot of other shit.
They
Before
enslaved a lot of
that.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
they went to
They're
Africa.
not that great.
and
And that's why they could chill now, because they did all that shit. And they're like, ah. And
Mm.
then they try to do it to themselves.
they worked hard.
That's what World War One and Two is about. They're like, you know how awesome that shit was overseas? Let's start doing it to each
They're
other.
like, wait, we're really good at this.
Yeah.
We're also good at this.
Yeah.
Germany and Britain.
But once white people started doing it to themselves, they were like, oh shit, we can actually fuck each other up. The natives were easy. These people have guns.
This is like on All Madden, like playing a video game. It's like playing on All Madden versus like whatever's easier than that. I'm really good at video games.
You want to call it?
Yeah, we can.
We did an hour.
Nice. That was smooth.
Okay. Hopefully we can do it again soon.
That was fun.
Thank you.
That was good. I feel more comfortable.
There's probably clips in there somewhere we can use.
Probably.